What's up, everybody? It's me, Bloodshed Romance, and I have new lighting. It's actually pretty legit. Uh, it's been a long night. I was remodeling my bathroom. Well, the bathroom on this side of the house, at least. So I've been being lazy. Didn't want to do much. But we're gonna jump into the thing. So I'll show you guys the lighting first because I think it's freaking funny. There you go, $12 at Lowe's. It's just a little light fixture on the shelf that I have above my desk. I just have it running off of a little power cord, like a computer power cord. But here's the after, and here's the before. There you go. Yeah, it looks great. That looks so good. That's so great. I can't believe I went this long without just putting some $12 lights up. There we go. Looks so much better. That is actually insane with some $12 lights. And here's the light bulbs I used. Like 350 lumen LEDs. They don't flicker. They don't have any of the LED strobing effect that you see on some cheaper LEDs. So, hey, for $12, I can't complain. Everybody's buying these $120, $200 Elgato key lights, and I'm just like, I'm cheap. I got $12 overhead lighting. I'm probably gonna end up putting one more like on this side because the green screen goes all the way up to like right here. So if this side of my face is green, that's kind of why. Now I have to figure out which scene is the other scene with the other computer. There it is. Transition. So I think I got most of the mod tool to not have to keep rendering out shaders. Turns out it did let me use the NAS. I'm not even gonna find it right now. It did start uploading a bunch of stuff to the NAS. So some shaders are storing there, and some of them are still going to the local drive. So I did end up taking my Unraid machine and allocated more cores to my primary VM. So I shut down the second gaming computer in there, and made the primary VM 18 cores, or 18 threads. So it's 9 cores, 18 threads. And I gave it like 43 gig of RAM. And I just let it run overnight, just compiling shaders. It was something like 70 or 80,000 just by loading in one of my game saves. It did it. I didn't actually play any matches, but I did poke around a little bit more to this morning in here, in like the content browser and stuff. I don't know enough about Unreal or modding in general to do a whole lot of much. Like, do a whole lot of, like, anything, really. But I did find the HUD, and I did move around elements on the HUD. So if you go down here to the content browser, you can actually just search like HUD, and all of the things that have HUD in the name show up. So there's the actual HUD, it seems. There's like damage indicators, the crosshairs for the HUD, weapon loadout for the HUD, everything for the HUD if you just search it. So it's a blueprint is what they call it from what I found out. So if you double click it, it's still loading assets because I literally just fired it back up. So it doesn't have to render every one of those shaders every time. I do want to see how many shaders are being used. Okay, so it's only like 5 gig after it finishes compiling the shaders. I haven't done any missions on it in the editor, but to get to the Mech lab to be able to run around on one of my game saves, it was 5 gig worth of shaders. So it's not that bad. But here's the UI. When I first opened this black box wasn't here. It was transparent like the rest of these. I don't know what I did to make it black, but it's actually like really hard to mess with anything in here because of that. I don't want to mess with it to the point where I can't fix it because I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm an idiot. Save this asset under a different name. This asset. No, I don't want to save this asset. I want to save the entire project as a separate thing. I don't know how to do that. I haven't been making any saves, so I hope I don't like break my game. So the long story short here is here's a hierarchy of everything displayed right here. So this is your HUD. Like, this is where everything is. I don't want to get super into, like, switching literally every bit about it. The main things I would love to be able to change are position. That's the primary thing. It's the position of things. And I found out how to do that. And I'm going to show you guys how I know how to do it. But I don't know how to export that or compile it into a pack yet to get it into the game. But I'm going to show you how to at least modify elements on it. But that's as far as I've gotten so far. And I'm not going to sit here and dwell in it tonight because this is like 4th or 5th Jack and Coke because it's been a long week. But hey, cheers. So anyway, here's the hierarchy of everything on this HUD. So it's just got like a placeholder for her or your username or whatever. Here's your speed and your temperature and your jump jets, that kind of thing. That's a separate box entirely. Your installation integrity, like if you have defenses, your radar and all that stuff. But the main thing that I have a problem with is the mini-map, and I want to move it. So you go in here, you can find the mini-map, and then you can move it. The problem I have is, it's not even going to show it to me right now. This is the Lance widget, and it's a part of it. It's actually merged together to move as one big box. So you have to separate them out. That's not that big a deal, but it took me a bit to figure out how to do it. So you have to make a new, and I really hope you guys can see this. You have to make a new horizontal box to keep it in a container, to keep it as an element. You can't just have elements on the screen without a container to put them in, is my understanding. I've come up with all of this. Full disclosure, I've come up with everything that I'm about to tell you on my own, looking at zero documentation. I just want to put that out there. I am a complete noob at this. I've never done this a day before in my life. Just, this is what my understanding of it is. You have to have a horizontal box with elements in it, and then you can move that box around on the HUD. So, the only way I know of to make horizontal boxes is to right-click it and duplicate it. And that'll put it at the very bottom. Horizontal box, minimap _1, Lance status _1. So it just literally duplicates it right there. So I'm going to move it right up under the other horizontal. Oh, that combined it. No. So I'm going to try to move it. I want to put it there. So it's next to the other horizontal box, but not a part of that horizontal box. So one of the horizontal boxes, I'm going to leave the mini-map. So the primary one, I'm going to leave the mini-map. And I'm going to delete the Lance status widget out of the top box. So delete. And it's gone. In the second one, up here, now there's 2 mini-maps. I'm going to take the mini-map and delete it. Gone. Now I have a box down here with the mini-map, and I need to move around what order it's in. So the problem is, in a hierarchy, the higher it is on the list, I believe, it's one of the two that I'm about to tell you. Either higher or lower on the list. One of the two, if it's higher, I think it's above whatever, like in a layer. So you have first layer, another layer, and another layer. So if you have something on a middle layer, and then something in front of that layer, then the thing in the front layer is always going to be over everything else. So in theory, you would want the speech here, auto-saving out-of-date packages. That's a I hope it doesn't auto-implement in the game. The other thing is you can't just click things and move it sometimes. You have to actually find out what this box is, because most of these are all locked. I guess I could technically just unlock everything and then start moving stuff, but I really don't want to break something. The point being, I got to find out what this box is called so I can put it in a higher layer or put the mini-map in a lower layer or just move the box entirely so it doesn't get covered. But that you have to just separate the two boxes out to get your pilot tree, your communications thing outside of, I'm going to drop this down probably about like there-ish. You have to separate the two horizontal boxes out to get the mini map separated from them, and then the same thing with the coolant temps over here. They look like they're assigned to the same text block as your mech, because in the bottom, I believe it's the bottom left is you, and the top right is your target. So they have all of this in one box. So it's this horizontal box. So they just called them horizontal boxes. They didn't actually label them like player mech or enemy mech. They're just horizontal box. And in a way, I guess I can understand it. But I feel like it's just a little bit lazy to not just name the horizontal boxes what they are. I don't know. But this is as far as I've gotten. I haven't done anything else past this. I did wonder why the crosshairs and the pips and the inside minimum range and all that stuff was just shoved up here in the corner. I assume it's because it needs a place to start. When you first start your HUD, it has to have a point to go to. I guess it just, they figured putting it in the top corner to align everything would make sense, because after it loads, it's going to follow your mouse around. So it doesn't really matter, I don't think, where it starts at, but I don't know what the significance of putting it, whatever that is, 350 something pixels to the right. Somewhere in here I saw a pixel count of where you're at on your screen, but I don't know. But the point being is, if I go in here, you know what, I am going to just start unlocking everything. So I unlocked everything. So I can technically move whatever I want right now. I just have to be able to click. So this is the problem I have with it being on a tree like this. If it's on a tree, I'm just going to lock everything so I don't start moving stuff around I don't want to. If you're not careful, you can click on the wrong things if you have everything unlocked. So it's essentially layer management. So Photoshop editors, or not even like Photoshop, just like picture editors that do like mini layers, maybe some video editors. People that understand layers would be right at home doing this type of thing. I do very little picture editing, but I do a bit of video editing. So here's HUD crosshair. Oh, that's actually a different box entirely. Interesting. So these are the things that I was talking about. So like this horizontal box has owner panel, throttle, jump jets, and heat meter. I would have to have each of these in its own separate box, or expand the box entirely and then not have to worry about it. But I would have to have each of those in a separate box for what I want to do. Or no, I think I just thought of a way I could do it. I can physically move throttle, jump jets, and heat meter out of this horizontal box into the mini-map horizontal box. Put them where I want in that, align it to the mini-map like that, lock it into that horizontal box, and then it'll always be together there. Okay, so let's try that. I don't want to do this for a long period of time, but it just came to me that I could do that. So I want the owner panel separate. I want that, I'll leave that in the bottom left by itself. That's perfectly fine. So the throttle, I want to be in the same one as the mini-map. The heat, I want the same as the mini-map. And the jump jets, I want the same one as the mini-map. So if you see what it did, I know it's probably really hard to see. I can probably zoom it in a little bit. Alright, so here's what we're working on right here. I'm sure it's kind of hard to see. I literally just took and moved these in here. So if you see the horizontal box is on this column, and then minimap here is in a column over. So it's in the same group as the minimap, but it's not separated from it. So now I'm going to try to take, I want heat on the left. So heat meter, that's this. I don't know why this is a black screen, and it's really bothering me. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm going to try to take heat meter So it already aligned them, and in these arrows, I think... Okay. It goes from left to right. Whatever position it's in the box. I know it's really hard for y'all to see what I was just doing. Yeah, transform, edit, transform, position, bounding box, scale. Oh god. I'm just gonna reset this. Reset transform. So I was clicking these left and right arrows, so it's physically moving it around, but it's also moving it on the hierarchy. There. So when I click these buttons, it's actually physically moving it up and down. So the far left box is whatever's in the front. So I'm going to put the heat on the left, minimap in the middle, throttle, and I'll put jump jets on the right of the throttle. That makes sense to me. Because then I can take the horizontal box and move. Oh, I got to unlock it. Unlock. And then I can move it, and everything in that box will stay in that, like, stay where I put it in that box. I really don't know why it's black bars around the back of it, though. So that's interesting. But the problem is I don't know what to do from here. So even if I got these all laid out pretty, whatever, at some point I would like to... What is this doing? So, okay, it's selected the minimap by itself. So this is the thing I meant that you have to be really careful of. If you have everything unlocked, you can just click and drag things and it'll just do whatever with it. It doesn't care. It's going to do whatever you have selected. So I want to lock these so I can only move the horizontal box, and then I can move just the horizontal box. So it's a bunch of layer management you have to be careful of. Question is, what would happen when you zoom into the map? Will it zoom with you? What do you mean when you zoom into the map? Would it zoom in with you? If you put this in the crosshair? Or if I zoom this? I don't know what you're talking about for that. Good, rename the box as minimap box. Yeah, I might end up doing that. I mean, you can figure out what it is by looking at, like, what's in it. I just feel like it's kind of lazy that they didn't just go right in here, rename session. What do we want to call this? Minimap box? Minimap box. And then there you go. I could technically do the same thing for... Where's the other one? Lance status box. Right there. Lance status box. Horizontal box. Rename. Lance comms. That's not very hard. Didn't take me but 3 seconds. Why the hell are all of these just default things? It's the little things like this that make me think, like, how many corners were you trying to cut to, like, get this game pushed out? Like, we saw in yesterday's post game when I was doing the initial fire up of this mod editor, they have on the Epic Store the videos from 2016, 2017, and 2018, and they all look better than what we got in launch. How the hell did they scrap all of that for what we have now? Which is just flat white and no movement. I mean, I think it bounces a little bit when you walk. But the one from 2017 or whatever it was, the one that was green, and it really moves with the mech, that is the best UI that I've seen for this game, and they scrapped it all. I don't know what drove them to that decision. And nobody's asking. Everybody that, like, you'd think would, like, that has the chance to sit down with the developers and ask them these questions, they're all just like, this is such a great game. This is what I've been wanting for 20 years or whatever. I'm like, dude, this is terrible. It is Mechwarrior. Yeah, I agree. It is, the combat is okay when you fix the spawns with mods, because as we already saw, that was a big factor. Well, how has nobody else addressed any of these issues that anybody has? They probably played straight through the campaign and didn't do anything else. As soon as you do some of these other randomly generated matches, it's just rinse and repeat, and then it's really crappy. It's like the spawn, they still spawn right on top of you. They just throw massive amounts of things at you to be hard. I mean, the last couple of missions were actually kind of cool. Yeah, they were just wave defenses, but it was different. I'll give him that. Will the heat meter expand with the expanded map, or will the map alone? That's a good question. That is a good question. See, I don't know. I don't have any way. I don't even know how the hell I'm supposed to expand this to find out, or export this to find out. So let's try a couple of things. See if I can figure that out. I don't think so, because the battle grid's a different a different button. So the mini map is its own. So we got to go back over here into the. Let me reset this thing so you can actually see what I'm doing. I know it's going to be really hard to see, but you'll just have to full screen this video, I guess. Transform, and then we will reset transform. And then, so if we search down here, battle grid. Here is battle grid material. Battle grid on, so it's an event. Battle grid widget. So this is a separate screen entirely. I can hit play and it's just gonna play the game. It won't actually launch like just a battle grid. So I don't know all of the in and outs of how to make it just launch this as a thing. But this is its own separate element called the battle grid. So I don't think it has anything to actually do with the mini map. So to answer that, I don't think if you would hit B to look at the whole map, I don't think it would actually change if I put the boxes like there. I could be totally wrong on that. I have no idea. I have no way to even know unless I figure out how to actually make this stuff work. So this is the battle grid on the HUD. I'm so confused. I don't know anything about any of this. I don't know why it's rendering black as well. So saves the current level to disk. No, I want to go back over here to HUD. Saves this asset. Dirty, needs to be recompiled. Okay. So let's saves this asset under a different name. Okay, save as HUD. Okay, so I can tell it to do different things. Okay. I don't see, here's the thing, without renaming the original HUD, I don't want to delete the old one. I don't want to delete the original. But I don't know how to, I have to figure out, if I save this one, so, let me just save it just so I can say I saved it. If I named it Bloodshed HUD, I have to figure out how to tell the game to not reference HUD, but to reference Bloodshed HUD. So I don't know where to find that out. So I say, alright, I just saved this. So now it's actually called Bloodshed HUD, because I saved it as. Property associated with Lance widget cannot be found. Lance widget? Lance status widget. So that is this. The property could not be found in game UI mech. Alright, I'm not going to... Oh, it's probably trying to reference, like, the data for it. And it probably can't, because there's nothing there. So let's compile. No, it's telling me that has errors. Okay, so these are the flowcharts for everything that's on the HUD itself. So if you go through here, so it'll tell you like event on owner set. So if the target is Mechwarrior HUD widget, it'll do this whole flowchart thing of the stuff. Yeah, so like setting where the HUD objective panel and all that stuff is. What if I unlock it? Because maybe the _1 is trying to reference something it doesn't need to. It's not letting me change the name. Lance status widget. Okay, so I have an idea then. Alright, let's do this. Let's drag this back out to here. What is it? Lance. So I'm going to just try to find the original Lance status widget and put that into there and see if it will compile. Lance status widget. So Lance status That's one word. There it is. Can I click and drag it? Come on. No. Okay. I need a content browser for this to be able to add something. With a little bit of knowledge of the Unreal Engine, definitely those boxes are done by interns. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it. Do you need to relink the widget to the new boxes? I don't think so. I think because you renamed the HUD, it changed the call. I didn't rename, I saved it as a different HUD. I have to find out where the call is for the HUD and change that. After I figure out why this isn't compiling. So here's the Lance status widget. I need to figure out how to import that into this. Open asset. Summons an asset picker. I don't need an asset picker. I need to be able to add an asset into this. Hide unrelated. Browse. Okay, so it just pulled the content browser up down here. Can I put this content browser? Okay. I can put the content browser into here. And then I can search Lance status widget. And then click drag. No. Okay. Double click. It's going to just open the Lance status widget. Yes, it did. Yeah, so there's the Lance status widget by itself. And how do you add it into this? So if I have... Alright, you know what? I've saved it so I know I can go back to it. If I delete it altogether. Whoa. Okay, so Lance comms. That box is now empty. If I have an empty box... Oh, was it because I had the box locked? No. Okay, how do you add a widget to something you're trying to do? Let's try file open. Open asset. Holy crap. Lance status widget. It just opens it. So yeah, it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Replace with... No, I don't want to... Okay, so... I don't know how to add boxes other than by duplicating, but I guess the only way to make boxes is to duplicate and then replace it if you wanted to change it. That's what I'm understanding so far, or what I'm gathering. I need to get this Lance status widget that I know is the default one and pull it into this. How do I do that? You know what? I bet on the graph here, when I duplicated it, it broke the flowchart. Boom. Right there. Error. It broke it in the flowchart. So now I'm going to have to... What I can do is I can go... Okay, title screen. No, I need... Where's the... fudge nuggets. I need the asset picker back. I don't know where that went. That went away. Why did it go away? View. No. Asset. Okay. I need the, content thing. That'd be great. Content browser. Content browser. There we go. Alright, so if I take HUD... Alright, fine, I'll double click it. Okay, so now we're in the original HUD. This is not the original HUD. Son of a bitch. Crap. 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 I don't have a copy of the original. I'm going to have to re-download the whole freaking... Wait a minute. I do have another one. I can remote to my other computer. Y'all are going to have to look at my pretty face while I log into stuff because I don't want y'all to see passwords and that kind of thing. I'm going to go to the computer in the living room on the 1920X and I will yank. Why can't I do... Okay, there it goes. I'm going to yank the HUD off of that, or at least look at the flowchart on it because that's what I'm after. I'm looking for the flowchart on it. Wow, this color correction is crap. I need to change that. My lips... Like, I look like I have lipstick on. Bruh, I do not have lipstick on. Maybe it's just light. I don't know. That's funny. I'll blame it on the jack. Whatever. Most of the time I'm small anyway. Firefox is currently running. Bruh. Then open. I need to be able to get to my remote desktop. That'd be great. Please. Please? Don't do this to me. Remote desktop. The other computer. My password. If I can actually remember it. There it goes. Oh, right. Every time I connect to this thing, like the scaling zooms way in, zooms way back out. There it goes. And what is going on? Oh, it's still freaking out still. Hang on. Mechwarrior 5 editor. Also, I had a really hilarious idea, but I don't know that I want to actually tell anybody. They gave us... okay, I'll leave you with this. If anybody ever actually does watch this. They gave us access to the entire... They said in that tweet on their Twitter page, everything they used to make Mechwarrior 5 is in this editor. I'm just going to leave you with that. Everything they used to make Mechwarrior 5 is in that editor, the editing tool. Whatever you want to remove, whatever you want to add, is available through this editing tool. Anything. Anything. I'll just leave it at that. I just don't understand how they think this is... I mean, I think it's great. I think it's great that they're thinking about, like, hey, mods need to happen to this game to make it viable because we didn't finish it. Just saying. So basically you can play God on Mechwarrior 5. Basically, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Unreal Editor detected that it did not shut down correctly. And the following packages have autosaves associated with them. Title screen? I didn't make any changes on this computer, so I'm not gonna... We're gonna just leave it like that. I need this to actually come up soon. It'd be great. Anything? Can I remove PGI from Mechwarrior 5? Maybe not PGI, but Epic. I'm just saying. Anything. I don't know how. I don't know. I haven't dug into it yet. I just... everything that they used to create Mechwarrior 5 is in that editing tool. Is this actually launching, or is it, like, gonna make me try to reload a save? Okay, so UE4 editor is running. I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting for this to come up before I actually pull it up, because, you know, PGI, we couldn't compile the game. Our computers weren't good enough to compile the game even, so y'all have fun. Jesus. Come on now. Here's a perfect example. It's just not doing anything. Okay, it's RAM usage is going up. Disk usage is going up. It's definitely doing something. I just don't know what. It did manage to lock my entire Unraid machine up. So, there's that. Which one is this? This? There we go. Just came up. The editor did not shut down clearly. It locked up this entire computer. So this is an entirely different computer. I'm remoted into it. So what I'm interested in is HUD. Oh, it's discovering assets. We're gonna have to, don't restore. We have to just wait for this one to load all of its stuff. I mean, there's your proof right here. It's like 70-something thousand assets that they used to create the game. So I mean, it's a lot. I'm not saying that there's not work put into this game. I'm not saying that there's no work put into all the models, to every little detail that is in the game. I'm just saying they had a better one in 2016, 2017. Wait, is it 2016, 2017, and 2018? All the videos that they have on the Epic Game Store were better than what we have. I'm not saying that they didn't put work in it. I'm saying I wish they would have made better decisions about the final product. That and the fact that, well, I mean, okay, so there's 70-something thousand assets in here that it's, I mean, loading right now. They put all the work into the mechs and stuff, which they had from Mechwarrior Online for however long it's been. It's been a long time now that I keep thinking about it. So it's not like they did all of this work just for Mechwarrior 5, because they literally just imported all the assets that they currently had. A lot of it. And I don't know if it was just a lot of time spent converting it from CryEngine to Unreal Engine, or if they just, I don't know. I don't know what the problem was from them, but there's not a lot of content in this game. Granted, yeah, Mechwarrior 4 Mercenaries was technically backed by Microsoft, so I can see how they are a much larger studio than PGI was, and I understand that they're a smaller game studio. I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm saying, like, because you're a smaller one, you would think that the attention to detail would be able to be there, and all of these things wouldn't have been wrong or had issues. The spawns are such a terrible, terrible issue. The AI are just trash. They just run straight through buildings. And as we saw, the dragon in the close to the final I think that was post game, when I was running the dragon, it would just go stand off in the middle of nowhere. I would tell them to go to a location. One would go to the location. Two more would just start going the other direction. It's like, dude, I told you, I specifically said, go to this location, and they just split up, went off. So, like, I don't know how that's still a problem in a final game, a finished game, a game that they shipped out and people can go buy right now on the Epic Game Store. Welcome to the closed beta test of Mechwarrior 5, because that's what this is. That's why we have this editor in front of us, because they were basically just like, there's a lot of issues, we can't fix them all. Y'all go crazy and fix them for us. And that is honest to God how I feel. Is that they were just like, we didn't have a chance to finish it. We want everybody else to have the same opportunity to fix it. So, fix it. And here I am. I got the game for free, thanks Angry Joe Show, because otherwise I wouldn't have it. And I'm bringing it to you front and center. All the issues I had with the game, all the things I want changed in the game, and here I am attempting to fix a basic one myself. Probably not going to manage to do it, but I'm going to try, damn it. Can we get the HUD yet? I just want the HUD. HUD. Just loaded up. I just saw it pop in a whole bunch more. There's a lot of assets, and putting it on a hard drive takes a long time to load them every time you launch the... It does have to load all 70-something thousand of these assets every time you load the editor, so... I hope it didn't just crash this computer. No, it didn't crash it. Here's my proof. 18 threads. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 threads, because the 612 I had on there wouldn't... I mean, it was working, but pretty slow. This one's got the 1060 in it. And it does use the graphics card to render some of it. So at least it's not all CPU. It's just a lot of it is CPU. Alright, so here is a clean version of the HUD that I'm not going to change because I definitely don't want to break another one. What I am most interested in here is the Lance status, and I need to go to the graph, and I need to find out what is in here for it. So what we are going to attempt to do is switch back and forth in here. So I'm going to my Unreal Editor on this machine. HUD cutscene custom event. Second from the bottom, this is aired out. So if I go into here, now I'm on the clean machine. That's how I'm going to call that. We're going to keep going all the way down to here. So this is clean. Mine has an issue. So if I click this, what does it let me do? Nothing. I understand flowcharts. I don't understand. Alright, so all of these are funneling into target. And then is valid. Okay, so if it's doing all that, if I go into it, does it tell me exactly what the problem is? Object reference. Could not find a variable named Lance status widget in Bloodshed HUD C. The property associated with Lance status widget could not be found. The property associated with Lance status widget. I think that's just because I duplicated it. And it's now called _1 in my HUD. But I can't rename it. So in a text editor, let's try to do it like this. If in a text editor, everything has to be referenced exactly by name. So if you have one character off in the middle of some line, it's going to just crash. It's not going to let you do anything. So I think, okay, so what if, hang on, up here. I'm looking at it right here. What if I change it up here? No, it's not letting me do it. Okay, so this is how to edit the Lance status widget by itself. But it's not letting me rename it here. I can show hide. There's an option to rename. Okay. I can rename it Lance widget 2. But I can't get rid of it. Okay. Okay. I have an idea. I'm gonna take the asset from the clean computer in the living room, the Unraid machine, export that as HUD original, load it, do my changes on it, take the, instead of calling it, letting it be Lance status widget _1, I'll move autosave. No, please no, not right now. I'm going to take the, when I split them between two separate boxes, instead of leaving the _1, I'll delete both _1s and leave the two originals and see if that breaks it. Because I have a feeling it's still trying to reference the original, but I now can't put that back in here after I've taken it out. Why, I don't know, but that's my current working theory. Okay, so if I come in here, I want to file, save as, save this asset under a different name. Okay, so here's where my assets are. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put it in the same place. So I'm going to call it, instead of HUD, original. ORIGINAL. Original HUD. Save. I didn't change anything on this. I just opened it, and now I saved it. So if I go into the editor where all the editor tool is stored in MW5 editor, 5 editor, MW5 mercs. It's under, so it's going to be under /game whatever. Because I got to find where that's at. So, file, open asset. I mean, there's 70,000 something assets. I gotta be able to find out where these are at. Show folders. Damn it. Okay. File, save as. Content. There's a content folder. Content. Game. No. Content. Alright, let's just cancel. File. Save as. Game UI Mech. So content UI Mech. So content UI Mech. And there should be, boom, original HUD. Copy to my V drive. NAS. Paste. Okay. Now I'm going to go into mine. And I have to go to it by hand because I don't have it mapped. Holy crap, this is insane. I'm glad I have a second copy of everything. NAS. Original HUD. Asset. Copy. This is on the D drive. Mechwarrior 5 editor. MW5 mercs. Content. UI. Mech. Nope. Mech. There's Bloodshed HUD. Paste. Now there's an original HUD U asset. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Autosaves. I love them sometimes, not all the time. So much for pre-ordering this game. Yeah, you know. Widget need a reference point. I think there's the OG you need to delete. I can't. I deleted the original. That's the problem. I don't know how to bring the original back. So that's why I had to go get the original to bring the original back in. So now file, open asset, HUD. Come on, just show up. Original HUD. Okay. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, in theory, if I were to make all of the changes I want to the HUD, I could, because U asset. I think if I wanted to make a change, I'm going to have to compile the entire game and then run that version of the game. So the installed version from the Epic Game Store, I believe, is like version 1.0 or whatever it is. When I first launched it in the editor, it says V1.0. I would have to make a V1.001 because it's a very minor change, and then run version 001 based on what I know from this editor. There's a way to export them as .pak's, a pack file, and it will reference that pack file when it loads. I don't know how to do any of that. And that's what I got to figure out if I want to actually be able to do this. Before I do that, though, I think that I could just recompile the game entirely and then run it as that. I don't know. I got to figure all that stuff out. All right, so here's original HUD. Original HUD. So this is the full-blown original. If I don't want it to keep auto-saving is the problem. What if I rename it, like right now? So if I save as Bloodshed HUD 2. So it's my second take. Save. Now this one's now going to be called Bloodshed HUD 2. And if it auto-saves, I can always go back to the original and start all the way over. it's kind of annoying because if you change a whole bunch of stuff and want to go back, I guess it's better to make a bunch of different saves and call it like V1, V2, V3, V4, however many times. That way you can be like, I want to go back to this point and then not have to worry about it. That'll mean a big game file just to make a basic change to the HUD. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a way to do all these things, but I don't know. So there's a tutorial button here for editing blueprints and that kind of thing. I don't know that that's going to get me anywhere. This one's welcome to the Unreal Editor tutorial. I don't know that that's going to get me anywhere. So the first things first, I need to separate Lance status widget and minimap and then make sure they work and they don't break. So here's horizontal box. I'm going to rename it. I'll call this one minimap. So I'm going to duplicate it. So that puts it down to here. I'm going to rename this one Lance comms. And then I'm going to delete both of these in here. So there's no _1. I'm going to move Lance comms under minimap. And then I'm just going to move Lance comms into Lance comms. Save. I didn't do anything else. I didn't move anything else. So it did move them because it essentially made a brand new box for them. But I didn't change anything else. I didn't do anything else. I just separated the boxes. Now I'm going to move the minimap by itself. I'm not going to move anything else yet. I'll move temperature and speed and all that in a minute. So I'm going to put the minimap dead in the middle. I'm not even going to like fine adjust it because you can do it by pixel. And then I'm going to move Lance comms just down off of the radar up here. We'll put it right there-ish. Save again. So now minimap is by itself. Comms are by itself. Compile. If it comes up with the same error, I'll know that wasn't it. Completed successfully. That was the issue. Was I deleted the original Lance status widget and I couldn't put it back. I don't know why I couldn't put it back. But that was definitely the problem. Okay, little things like that are the things that experienced modders will probably know. Again, I've never done this a day before in my life. Check if the flowchart has any changes in case it breaks again. I have a copy of the original, so it wouldn't have mattered if I did it that way anyway. But just to be sure, Lance status widget does not have an issue, and I did compile the thing. So that didn't break it. So I know right now that this should in theory work because it says it is good to go. It didn't come up and say I have a whole buttload of issues. It's just because I had a different Lance status widget called _1 and that broke the flowchart off. Because I only moved where that reference was at on the layouts, I didn't actually create a new one. I didn't have to go in. This is why I said I only want to do movements. I don't want to change anything. I don't want to add new elements. I don't want to make a whole bunch of different stuff because then I'd have to go in and know each individual thing on the graph. No, not for me. That's why this is something that I felt like I could wrap my head around it enough to figure out. And we're getting there. We're making progress on it. But boy, this is not easy. Okay, so I can save the asset. I can compile it. The problem is if I try to put it in the game, I gotta figure out where my game is. Epic 5. If I could export it as its own content packs. Okay, so here's the different packs. This no editor 1 pack is the spawn change. So if I could figure out how to export it as a .pack, I could technically probably use the new one because the problem is they're all packaged up into pack files. So yeah, this one pack file is 40 gig. So that's where all of this the stuff is stored into. Oh, and this is the other thing I was saying when I'd first started playing. The movies and stuff are all literally just MP4s. So if you just went in and changed an MP4 and threw it in this folder, whenever you would do anything, it would probably just play that folder. What is this? It's showing chain fire down here in the bottom. Oh, these are all codex things. Showing you what you can do. The legal screen, that's funny. Here's the intro video. I have my audio muted.
Humanity began colonizing.
I mean, it's literally just MP4s that it's referencing in the game.
You're
I don't think there's anything super wrong with that. It's just you couldn't bake it in. Here's boot up apparently. What the hell is this? They do have it in there. This is everything from the 2016 version. Max zoom times 4? We don't have times 4. We have times 2. This is literally the 2016 startup screen. What? So this is in here. That's interesting. SRM2, medium laser, LRM5, AC5. This is literally for that that Shadowhawk from the 2016 pre-alpha. Dude. That's funny. They actually left that in here. Oh my god. What is this codex placeholder? Oh, I'm dying, dude. See, so okay, for the movies, they just leave them in here, maybe a little bit compressed, maybe whatever, but they didn't do it with everything. The rest of it's all packs, like pack files. So I have to figure out how to take the HUD that I just created in here and throw it into that pack file. So saving it here is only giving it to me as the U asset. What happens if I just compile it again? Jump to error mode, save on compile. If I could export this, I would 100% do it. Let's try this. Let's try to hit play and see what the hell happens. One or more blueprints is an unresolved compiler error. HUD and bloodshed HUD. No, let's cancel. So let's, okay, so I have an idea. Can I just delete something? Is there a way to delete it? Just get it out of here. What if I just close it? I'm just going to close. No, I'm going to leave this one open. I want to take, so I've already screwed the original HUD in this. So if I just file, save as, and I'm going to look for HUD, boom, and I'm going to hit save. Do you want to replace it? Yes. I have now replaced the original HUD, the very first HUD, not the original HUD that I made. Son of a bitch, the editor just crashed. Son of a bitch. I was going to say, if it's that easy and it runs, bruh. If it's legitimately that easy and it runs, I'm going to, bruh. Okay, yeah, I am only good at basic mods, but I can't program for shit. The little bit of programming I know was literally when I played HackMud. Did not shut down correctly. The following packages have autosaves associated with them. Would you like to restore them? No, I don't want to restore. I would like to... I saved what I need to save. I need to save something else now. Alright, this is on my local machine. We're getting there. We're getting there. I figured out how to move stuff on the HUD. I figured out how to associate stuff on the HUD. So I've concluded that as long as you don't delete something that isn't what was already in that hierarchy, if you just move stuff around, it won't break it on the graph. That was my biggest concern when I found out I had to break apart Minimap and the Lance comms, was that it was going to completely wreck the chart because it was going to be referencing the horizontal box and then look at, well, okay, I guess that doesn't make sense if you think about it like that, because all of them were named horizontal box, not specifics. So I guess that's a bright side. It's got to discover all these freaking assets again. I don't want to do a restore. I've saved everything I need to save. I don't know why it crashed. I don't know what caused it to crash. All I did was... Okay, I probably do know why it crashed. I had HUD open while I tried to save it. So I'm only going to open Bloodshed 2, and then I will file save as HUD without having HUD open. If I do that, run the game in the editor and try to launch in a match, it should, because I overwrote the original HUD and didn't change any of the reference points, it should just work. It should just apply the new HUD and run. We'll see. We'll see. The other thing is, I don't know. I don't want to get into changing a whole bunch of stuff for the reasons why I just listed. I'm not good at this at all. But moving stuff seems to be fairly easy. Seems. And 2018. Okay, so I'm gonna open Bloodshed HUD 2. Oh, this is stressful. Most people actually attend classes for this type of thing. I just don't jump in head first and say, YOLO, I'm gonna fix it myself. What are we doing here? We're just loading assets, I think. Yeah, we're just loading assets. Some bitch. If it runs in the editor, then I should be able... Alright, so file, save as. If it runs in the editor, I should be able to figure out how to export a pack. I'm sure somebody has done a video on how to export pack files from the Unreal editor. Save. Yes. HUD has failed to save. Stop saving all assets and return to the editor. Retry. Retry. Alright, cancel. Oh, what happened? Oh, it tried to open HUD. No, I don't want to open. What? Delete. Pending delete. Assets referencing the pending delete. Debug screen widget. Oh no. What's going on with this? Mech cockpit references the radar. Electrical interference. I could deal without that. Come on. Who needs that electrical interference BS anyway? Derived mech. I don't know what derived mech is for that. So these are all referencing HUD. And that's probably why it won't let me save over it. But that's going to be really annoying. I have an idea. Alright. I'm going to try to just save it again. I'm going to open Bloodshed 2 and just try to save it one more time. Because it looked like it did have the other one open, and it didn't need it. So now I definitely do not have HUD original open. And I'm going to file, save as, HUD. Save. Yes. Okay. Failed to save again. Retry. Okay. Continue. Skip saving this asset. Cancel. Stop saving and return to the editor. Cancel. Okay. HUD cannot be saved. That's fine. Give me that other screen again. It's not giving me that other screen. I'm going to delete. I'll force it to reference Bloodshed HUD 2. Make a copy of Bloodshed HUD 2 or resave Bloodshed HUD 2 as Bloodshed HUD 3. Delete Bloodshed HUD 2 and force everything that was referencing Bloodshed HUD 2 back to HUD. God, this is convoluted as hell. All right, so open Bloodshed HUD 2 up into there. Delete. Some of the assets being deleted are still referenced in memory. Delete the assets and update references to point at an asset of your choosing. Search assets. I can't. Okay, there it goes. Now I want Bloodshed HUD 2. There's Bloodshed HUD, but no 2. I need 2. It claims there's 2 items, but it's not showing the other one yet. How's it doing? Oh, it's doing something. Show me Bloodshed HUD 2. Computer's definitely doing something. What though? Is it this? The Unreal Editor. It's definitely trying to do something. Yeah, because it's got 24 memory references and 5 references, like asset referencers, which are these 5 things. So if I delete the assets, so delete the assets means delete HUD and point to an asset of your choosing and point them to Bloodshed 2. Re-export Bloodshed 2 as Bloodshed HUD. Delete Bloodshed 2. Point all the referencers back to HUD. That should work. But I need Bloodshed 2 to show up in here because I don't want to just shove them off to original HUD or Bloodshed HUD. Although I could do it to original HUD because I already have a backup of that. I just don't know why Bloodshed HUD 2 is not in here. Let me cancel this altogether. This is already saved. Oh, now it's building mesh distance fields. More shaders to compile. Okay. Come on, man. I'm so close. Commander. We're so close to editing the HUD. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm so close, man. I just want the HUD in the middle. Or the mini-map. I just want the mini-map in the middle. That's all I'm asking for here. At this point, I'm not super worried if it borks Bloodshed HUD 2, because it's going to take me literally like 3 minutes to remake at this point. It's just the fact that I I don't know what to do with the reference files, and I wish that there was an easier way to figure out what to do with those. But I think this is going to work if I get all of this stuff to compile. So the problem is, when it's compiling down here, I don't know how to pause that. I don't think there is a way to stop it from compiling stuff down here. Whatever's down here is like, I need this now, so I'm going to compile it. I think is why it's doing that. You know what it is? It's because I tried to delete HUD, and it needed to reference those 5 reference points, and I've never used those reference points in the editor yet. That's why it's got to compile them, I assume. So in theory, after this does it, I can get on with what I was trying to do. I don't know why Bloodshed HUD 2 is not showing up in that list. I think it's because I have it open. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I just want this to work. And then I want to play like one round of Mechwarrior 5. Because I want to play, where did we leave off? I had the Mauler with the AC2s. And I thought I had one other thing I wanted to try. I don't remember. Oh, autosave, that's fine. Alright. It's finished. It's not spiking back up. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright. Close Bloodshed HUD 2. We're going to just try to delete it. We're not going to try to open it. We're just going to delete it. Delete it. It's going to give me an error. I want to put it somewhere else. Search. I don't know why Bloodshed HUD 2 is not showing up in this list. What's it doing now? Back up to 100%. I don't know what it's doing here. All right, I'm gonna let it chug for a minute. Every time I click off of it, it goes away though. But now it's still doing something. Something. It's impossible to tell what it's doing is the problem. If it continues to do it, I can use my 18-core VM and try to do it. Maybe this computer's... I mean, it's doing everything just slowly. Try to do it again. I could point it at Bloodshed HUD original. Or just Bloodshed HUD No 2. And then delete Bloodshed HUD and then point it to the other thing. But I think Bloodshed HUD 2 has compile errors because I messed it up. So I really don't want to do that. See, Bloodshed HUD 2 isn't in here. 1 is. I don't know why 2 isn't. There is a star on it. No, that's not. That doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't know what any of these. I know what electrical interference is. It's from that like one mission that never gets used again. This doesn't help me at all. Yeah, this doesn't help me literally at all. The mech cockpit, I'm assuming is referencing like where it needs to position it. I don't entirely know. Actually, that worries me if that's what that is. I don't know what this is. And the tutorial encounter is just probably like highlighting it or like flashing it, saying like, this is your mini map. But if I can, I want to preserve all of this because that would be ideal. Being referenced in memory. Don't know why it's not showing up here. Why is Bloodshed HUD 2 not here? That does not make sense. Makes no sense. No sense. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to point him at Bloodshed HUD. and then I'll delete Bloodshed HUD after this thing calms down, because it's not calming down. Maybe it's trying to load these references, or it's just endless looping itself. I don't entirely know. One of the damn developers is gonna come across this for some whatever the hell reason and be like, this fucking dude's an idiot. He wants my job, he can fucking have it. And I'm gonna be like, nah, no. No thank you. I have a profession and I would rather stay in that. I'll stay in my lane. I just wanna fix this for my own personal gain. Alright, come on. Stop, losing it. It's losing it. It's losing it! It didn't actually click it. Click. This is why they have okay, there it went. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do it. Right now. Just kidding. How about recompile HUD 2? What do you mean recompile it? I've already compiled it, so it's fine. See, the biggest worry I have is a Bloodshed HUD. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to sit here and keep trying to understand this thing. I'm just going to do it until it breaks, and then I'll unbreak it. I'm better at unbreaking than I am trying to figure this shit out. Checking assets for root set. Okay. It's doing something. I assume it's referencing all those 5 different references and updating them to point to Bloodshed HUD rather than... You know what? Mech cockpit. Mech cockpit would have been what I need to look at. That's probably where what's picking up on... What? Fuck! HUD's being used, so I can't delete it. Seriously? Running the editor with no load startup packages may help if the object is loaded at startup. I think it has to be loaded at startup because... Yeah, it's loading it up. For some reason, it's highly recommended you restart the editor without saving any of the assets or packages. Affected HUD, HUD-C. Potentially affect packages, HUD, derived mech, mech cockpit, electrical interference. Yeah, it broke it. Son of a bitch. No. Don't save nothing. Because it just said don't save anything. You know what? No, we're just gonna... Why is Epic Games Launcher taking 65% of my processor? Oh, because it threw a UE4 under there. Bye-bye. In task. Get that shit out of here. Now, please. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bitch. This is going to be harder than I thought. Okay. What if I don't delete HUD? Because now I know it auto-saves and will break itself. I already broke it. Damn it. I broke it because the flowchart's messed up and I can't fix it on the original one. What if I... Technically, if I try to change it in the file structure it wouldn't have known the difference that something changed, because it's just loading the assets from the hard drive. So if I delete the file in Windows and put original HUD, titled HUD, in Windows File Explorer, it should just load the original HUD. And it shouldn't break the other references. Shouldn't. Because then I can just make the changes I want to HUD and not have to go out and around file renaming and moving assets. The problem is I broke the original HUD. And now I can't put it back. I don't know why I can't put it back. Damn autosave. I wonder if there's a checkbox to turn autosave off. Autosave's great and all, but clearly not for me. Because I can't go back and undo what I broke. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. I don't want to just keep force closing it either. I don't know how sensitive this editor is to force closing in Task Manager. But I think that's what we're gonna try. We're just gonna go into the. Let me go ahead and do it. So if I go back to my NAS, then NAS, and then NAS, and then original HUD, copy. Let's just throw it on the desktop so I have it. And then we'll throw a copy of it. No, we'll rename this HUD asset, and then put another one on there. Boom. Now I have a HUD and original HUD. Alright, so it's only saying failed to load the same things. Like there's a megapack material and a system encounter that has always been breaking for me. File, exit. Skip, because I don't need that anymore now. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to desktop. We're going to copy. Where did it go? There it is. HUD. Copy. We're going to go into the editor. Content. Mechs or game. UI. Mech. There's where it is. And then HUD. Alright, here we go. Delete HUD. Paste HUD. Now, the HUD that is in the file structure is the original HUD from the other computer. Now, if I relaunch the editor, it should just put everything back. Because there shouldn't be anything loaded in memory because I shut the entire editor down. And then, there was a lull here. So it shouldn't have kept anything in memory. So it shouldn't be able to reference anything other than what it loads when it starts up. So then all I have to do is recreate the two different. I have to duplicate the horizontal boxes, delete the two underscore ones, and then move the other one down. Reposition them, compile it, run the game. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's just, you got to know these things so you don't break the editor while you're trying to edit with it. Jeez. How long have we been at this? Hour and a half? Damn it. Okay. We're going to search HUD. It's discovering assets, so I have to just wait for it to do that. Doesn't this computer have an M.2? It does. It's my boot drive. Damn it. I was going to say I could throw the editor on the M.2 so it can do this part faster, but I don't think I have enough space. Yeah, I don't have enough space. I think I put a bunch of my VR stuff on it. Dang it. Oh well, maybe I'll build that whole new computer anyway and make the 9590 the stream PC. We'll see. For what was it, 174 bucks we said? Well, it'll only have 8 gig of RAM. I could take RAM out of my main computer. I could take a 16 gig stick and throw an 8 in it. I could probably deal with 8 gig less of RAM in the Unraid server. And then it would give me a single 16 gig stick until I got another 30 whatever dollar stick of RAM. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I got a whole bunch of other stuff coming, like trying to do house remodels. Besides, the 9590 is doing an okay job. It's still holding its own. Or if I could quit buying $12 lights. I just got this is so funny. $12 Lowe's just house fixture lights. Light? No light. God, that is so terrible. I can't believe I waited so long to actually put this thing up or go get one. No light? Light. It's so much better. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't want to actually go to that one. Come on now. Studio mode. I wanted to rename it so I knew what it was. Because right now it was just called Scene 2. Rename. Webcam only. Making scenes on OBS now. Single monitor 3. No more. Webcam overlay Elgato. Pistol whip, that's the one for pistol whip. And then browser overlay lets me show this computer screen, the stream PC screen. There we go. Now studio mode off because all the assets just came in. And let's find HUD. So there's Bloodshed HUD 2, original HUD. For some reason there's 2 of them. One has 119 file path length. I'm super confused on that. No idea what that's all about. HUD compass, so it still hasn't found just HUD. That's a problem. I hope I didn't completely break it. Worst case is I just have to re-download the entire editor. But for now, I could just run it off the Unraid machine because I have downloaded it twice. Now that I know I don't need to do what I did to break it. Parabolic distortion. Not looking good. Yeah, not looking good. It didn't show up with HUD. That's not good. That's not good at all. File, open asset. HUD? That is definitely not good. It didn't show up at all. Ugh. D, Mech Editor, Mechwarrior 5, Content, UI, Mech, HUD. I can't just click and drag it in. Oh, there it is. There's an import button. Can I refresh? All right, let's do an import. Content, UI, Mech. Should have been right here. Okay, let's turn that off. Let's just do UI, Mech, HUD, compass, crosshair. It's not here. Interesting. That's not what I wanted to do. I mean, it's just HUD. HUD.uasset. There's original HUD, Bloodshed HUD, and HUD 2. Bloodshed HUD, and then original HUD. I don't know why there's 2 original HUDs. There's only 1 in here. There's original HUD. I'm at a loss of why that didn't work and why I can't just import stuff. Create a new asset in game. Mech death effects. It's not showing me files, so I can't do an import. Crap. Why? Okay, one's a 127, the other one's a 119. So if I go to the other computer and look at HUD. Oh, it's doing that stupid scale thing again. Hang on a second. Damn you, remote desktop. HUD 130 is the cooking file path length. Now, what if I show in folder view? No. Show in Explorer. It's literally just called HUD.uasset. HUD.uasset. Okay. We'll just close the editor and reopen it. The problem is I want to keep a backup of the original HUD without losing it. And the only way I know that I'm going to be able to do that is... I mean, I have a copy of it, but now if I can't put it back, that doesn't do me a whole lot of use. I can make a copy of the 60 gig file that I have in there right now. I just can't believe I don't understand why it didn't load HUD.uasset and I can't just forcibly like import it. That doesn't make any sense of why it didn't come in at all. Because you would think it's literally just going down the line and... Well, no, because I did it with the other one. I did it with Bloodshed Asset. I just put it in the folder and it showed up. Yeah, it's still not showing up. There's only one original HUD so far. HUD. Nope, 2 original HUDs again. I'm going to delete the original HUDs. Because I wonder if they're like some other ID that they're going by instead of just the file name. Content UI Mech original HUD. I'm just going to delete them all because at this point I'm not even. Well, I'm going to copy Bloodshed HUD 2. I'll copy that one to the desktop because that one technically compiles. I just can't change HUD asset with it. Okay, so now that's all hunky dory. Should just be just like it was from the beginning. The other thing I could do is just take the mech, or just take the content, like for the UI, from the other computer and put it. Let me go ahead and do that. Oh, damn it. There. Y'all can't see what the password was. We're good. Alright, so we're going to take... I'm going to just close out of this one on this computer right now. We're going to go into E, MW5 editor. No, what the? No. Stop that. Stop trying to come up above me. MW5 editor, 5 mercs, content, UI. How big is just the UI folder? 700 meg. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to the V drive, NAS, MW5 editor, content, paste. Alright, now I'm uploading a gig. Thank you, Gigabit Ethernet. Let's see if it actually came in, because if it came in, that's going to be not useful. I don't see it. Original HUD. I deleted the original HUDs, but it's here. I'll try it with this one. Oh, I just popped the rubber band I was playing with. That's sad. Okay, I'm going to try it with this one. And see what happens. We'll just do it and see what happens. Duplicate. Delete. Delete. Move. Rename mini map box. Lance comms. I literally just want this to be down here. And I literally just want this to be right up in there. Okay? Compile. It claims that it's good and there's no errors. If I go to the graph, I don't see any major things yelling at me. Okay. Title screen. Play. I think that the game is just referencing it as original HUD instead of HUD. Single instant. And in theory, it'll just run because this is the full game. I just have to figure out how to compile that asset as its own thing. More shaders. Come on, man. At least it's not like 10,000. Bright sides. And you know what? If it doesn't have the interference or whatever, who the hell cares? That was a terrible... I won't say it was terrible as an idea. It was a very terrible implementation. Okay. I don't care if it's not even running very great. I just need to be able to see this happen. Lighting needs to be rebuilt. 9 unbuilt objects. There's more mesh fields. Yeah, this is what I find interesting. This is everything that's happening right now. I made it about this far on the Unraid machine this morning. Just trying to run the game. I didn't even make any changes. So hopefully this doesn't take absolutely forever. The other thing is I just want to see how it looks. I want to see if it actually looks any good. I think it'll be better than having the map in the top left, just because, I mean, Mechwarrior 3 had it, but that was Mechwarrior 3 from forever ago. That, and to me it breaks immersion. For me, the big deal was supposed to be that, yeah, there hasn't been a Mechwarrior game for like damn near 20 years. And for me, they said that it was supposed to feel like you were in a giant stomping mech. It wasn't supposed to be like you're playing a video game. You're supposed to be able to feel like you're in the mech. The feel is okay inside the mech. Third person, I feel like the models are just doing this too much. They're just walking too fast for their speed. But the stompiness of being inside the mech feels right. The shooting of everything mostly feels right. But when you have to look up in the top corner, which is just nothingness, it feels like it's just like, yep, I'm definitely playing a game. When you look straight down, where you would think that in a mech with a bunch of displays around or whatever, having a HUD, it would just be right there. Just a part of the mech. You look down for your speedometer in your car. You look down for the RPMs of your car. You look down for the fuel gauge in your car. But for this game, where am I looking at? Where am I looking at? And it breaks immersion for me. So that's why it's such a big deal for me, is to put it in the middle. Son of a bitch! Memory management. Son of a... no. This computer is dying. No. My baby. God damn it. F's in the chat. I'm gonna drink to that. Son of a bitch. Memory management. That's gotta be like CPU related. That's gotta be like instabilities in the overclock at this point. Because memory management all has to come from the CPU. That's where the memory controller is, I think. Because it has to manage like the memory coming in and out. And the other problem is I don't even know if you can downclock this. I probably can. But damn it, man. I mean, I have had this processor for at least 5 years. Let me look it up. Let me look up when I ordered the 9590. I ordered the 9590 November 10th of 2016 was when it was delivered. So only 3 years? Damn. I thought it was much longer than that. That's interesting. Alright, we're going to try this one more time. And if it crashes again, I'm going to, I'll just run it remote desktop style to the other computer. I'll parsec into it or whatever. I just want to change the UI. That's all I want. This thing takes so long to boot. I'm sure it's because I have it on a hard drive. Don't restore. HUD. I need to see if it saved the HUD. Probably not. I compiled it, but I don't know if it saved. I'm gonna end up retitling this damn stream. More editor shenanigans. Edit. Stream. Post game and mods? No. More mod editor shenanigans. Spell check on shenanigans. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Word. There. More mod editor shenanigans. There you go. Now it's more accurate of what the hell we're actually doing. Welcome to the closed beta of the mod tool. Why is it the closed beta of the mod tool? Because you have to have Mechwarrior 5 to have the mod tool. So Mechwarrior 5 is closed beta because of Epic. So the mod tool is also closed beta because of Epic. Somebody's going to be like, it's not a closed beta. Somebody's going to be like, it's not a beta because it's the Unreal editor. You're just dumb. And I'm going to be like, yes, I am. But don't care. Don't care. Also, it's really going to piss me off if somebody's already put a damn UI up. Mechwarrior 5 mods. I'm going to be so pissed if somebody's already fixed it and I'm sitting here and doing this for nothing other than freaking personal enjoyment. Okay, well, they haven't posted it on Mechwarrior or Nexus mods. PC Gamer 2 days ago says, Mechwarrior 5 now has mod support and an editor. Editor release 4 days ago. Editor release. Some homeboys doing mod reviews. Industrial Reshade. Mod editor. ModDB. Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries to have full mod support. That was 2017. Damn. At least they kept their word on that. An official editor has been released for Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries along with a guide to help players start creating mods for the game. I didn't see a guide. Where's the guide? Available for download through the Epic Games Store, this initial release features a comprehensive guide on getting started in modding in Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries. This guide gives advice and instructions on modding maps, weapons, loadouts, music, and sounds. Where? What? Is that what this is? I didn't go into this because I figured it was dumb, or the default, and it wasn't going to matter. Oh, now I broke it. Available for download for the Epic Games Store and it's released for comprehensive guide. They literally copy pasted the same thing twice? No, I just read the same thing twice. I'm dumb. Told you. Blame the alcohol. I mean, Coke. Just Coke. Yeah, no one has done mech mods yet. Oh, much mods yet. Sorry, this is very small screen. Tutorial points out each key of interface elements for the Unreal Editor. Tools editor are made up from multiple panels that can be moved around, docked. Level editor is the hub of Unreal Editor. This is great. This is so great. The most common way to navigate the viewport is by clicking and holding the right mouse button and using WASD to fly around. Buttons are where you select various tools to manipulate actors in your levels. Buttons change the way the viewport renders. Modes panel. Can I, like, close this? This is dumb. Thank you. I figured all of that shit out on my own in less than 30 seconds. Thanks. I want to throw in Mechwarrior 4 voice for the Lance. If I had a better computer that could actually run this damn thing, I would. And yes, it did not save the HUD. So, doing that again. Duplicate. Let's drop this in the big screen so I can see it. Let's put it back up where it needs to be so it doesn't matter. Let's delete and move down to, nope, wrong place, my bad, into there. Rename mini map box, rename Lance comms, save. Then mini map box, go down to the middle, Lance comms, come off the very top, right into there, save. Now, compile. Compiled. Good to go. Hold Control Alt. This will compile the current blueprint. Default keyboard shortcut of F7. Any errors or warnings? That's fine. It didn't do anything. I was hoping it would be like, export this as a pack, and that'd be it. Okay. Play. Ow. I dropped my ring, because I was playing with it like a bad person I am. Single player. Instant action. I want to throw a Mechwarrior forward. Oh, I think I was saying something about that. I would love to do stuff like that for like Lance mates, or like take all of the voices and just throw them all in there. The biggest problem for me is there's like thousands of voices. I found them all in a Mechwarrior 4 sound ripper or like element ripper, and there's literally thousands of freaking voices. And to go in and literally assign each one to a specific sequence of actions that has happened, I feel like would take a very long time. It's going to be a very tedious task. And somebody getting paid 8 hours a day to do that is one thing. Me, who barely has time to do anything other than waste 2 hours on trying to learn something, you know, I can't do but so much. I might do a couple if I could figure it out and it not be horrendous. I actually think it would be flippin' wonderful if somebody could recreate Mechwarrior 4 missions in Mechwarrior 5 using this editor. I think that would be utterly amazing to do. But you'd have to be able to put in the clan mechs. Honestly, there's enough diehard Mechwarrior fans out there. It wouldn't super surprise me if somebody were to like do that kind of thing. I would like not even Mechwarrior 4. If somebody would take Mechwarrior 3, those missions were really good for its time. If somebody would take Mechwarrior 3, 3 Pirates Moon, like even those two, like those aren't really long games. I mean, I beat it in, I think I did it in 3 sittings, so it was like 8 hours of gameplay. And yes, I know it would take an absolutely long time for somebody to sit there and put all that together and create the maps and everything. But the mechs are done. A lot of them you'd have to put in the clan mechs, or wait until they put clan mechs into the official game. Eventually, hopefully, we can only hope that this game gets, and that's the thing that's where I'm coming from on this. I want to support this game because I want more Mechwarrior stuff to come out. The fact that they're putting the mod tool and all that stuff out, that's great, but we wouldn't have anybody putting together these models. We wouldn't have anybody putting together the assets. We wouldn't have anybody putting together the world like into an Unreal Engine like this if it wasn't for PGI. So we have to thank them for that. There are good sides to PGI because otherwise we wouldn't have any of this. the Mechwarrior Living Legends crew is the closest thing we've had, but even they're super limited on what they're able to do. I mean, yeah, they put a whole bunch of mechs into the CryEngine and stuff, but they haven't done anything anywhere close to Mechwarrior 5. They did the multiplayer thing, but so did that was MWO. They did the same thing as that. But those are the things that are going to be issues. Is somebody who's going to have to sit there and create the maps. That's the one thing that nobody's got at all is the maps. All the voices are technically there. If somebody has a copy of the game, they can technically just jump into it and rip out the voices and all the sounds and all that stuff. Maybe not even the sounds. Maybe just use the MechWarrior 5 sounds. They're not that bad. It'd be cool. It'd be a cool bonus to rip out the sounds from the old games and put it with the current graphics. I feel like that would be really cool. I would MechWarrior 3 would be really good because there's enough variety. The one mission that I keep thinking about is that damn one with the holograms. When I first came around that corner, and you can find this on my channel, the mission with the holograms in MechWarrior 3, when I saw those, I lost it. I was like, oh, I'm dead. There is no way I'm fighting all of that. And I was shooting at them because I had no idea. It had been so long since I even played MechWarrior 3. If somebody could figure out how to do that in this, and actually, now that I think about it, if somebody were to do that with the tutorial mechs that actually have the like grid, like if they could figure out how to make them look really real, like look like real mechs, and then transition to being those fake grids as you got closer to them, that would be a really cool effect. If somebody had the time and like knowledge and had worked with Unreal Engine enough to be able to do that kind of thing, oh man, I can just that would be great. But that's wishful thinking for sure. Big challenge. MechTech did it. MechTech made a full mech pack of maps. They did. They really did. They didn't make missions though. They put a whole buttload of mechs into MechWarrior 4. So that's what I mean though. Somebody out there probably has the ability to do that kind of thing. It definitely ain't gonna be me because I don't know. I'm fumbling just trying to move UI around still, but I would love it. Oh man, I would love it so hard. And I want to support this game, I really do. And I plan to support the game when it's ready. It ain't ready. I don't want to just throw money at them and just be like, here you go, keep having a great time. They're going to have to step it up and do what needs to be done, or this game needs to be in a finished state before I'm going to throw my own money at it. Again, shout out to Angry Joe Show. I know I've been saying that a lot, but I would not have this game if it wasn't for that Twitch stream that I just snagged the key on. Also, we're compiling 20,000 shaders again, apparently. Hopefully this doesn't take forever, because I literally just need to jump into it and just see the damn UI load. Yeah, I mean, I've got 16 gig of RAM in this computer, but it's sitting around 12. I'm hoping it doesn't memory manage lock out again. I'm going to close that because the less things using RAM, the better. Hopefully somebody out there can do it, though. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know what MechTech's up to nowadays, but maybe if they got a hold of this tool and they could just do a mass import of like all of their assets that they had made, even if they look like crap, even if they just had the wired mesh models or something, that'd be freaking legit. But I would love to see like a total conversion of just MechWarrior 5 graphics and everything with MechWarrior. Holy shit, if somebody actually were to take the time to even redo the star map to be MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries, oh my god. That would be so freaking cool. Because all the sounds are there. All the voice actors have already made it all. I mean, at this point, I'm sure there's a copyright on it, but if somebody, just a small person or a small team of people did it, I really don't think Microsoft's going to go after them for it. PGI might, because I think they hold all the game rights, aside from BattleTech. But BattleTech's, I don't know how the licensing works. I don't know who owns what for that. But I really don't think I really don't see Microsoft going after anybody for doing that kind of thing. They have way bigger things that they're worried about than a 20-something-year-old game being modded out from somebody. That who was it? FASA? I think FASA's dead anyway. I think they were the developer of it. It was just backed by Microsoft Studios. I think. I could be 100% wrong. I just remember the opening sequence where it had Microsoft on it. Come on, editor. I just need to see if this freaking mod worked. Because, I mean, here it is, right here. Original HUD. Simulating. Okay, so that's new. It's preparing to load it, so technically whatever this shows should show up if it loads the game, but I can't hit ready if this isn't at 100% and I'm compiling shaders. Damn me and my weak ass computers. Come on. Damn it. This computer's been up for another 20 minutes since it blue screened. Damn. Oh my god, the mesh distance fields is going up, not down. Okay, you know what we're doing, boys? We are going to the other computer and doing this. No. I'm gonna pull it up so I don't accidentally show something that doesn't need to be shown, and we are gonna just do it on the other computer remote desktop style. Do I even have Parsec installed? I don't think so. I do not. So we are not going to do this through Google Remote Desktop because it doesn't work the greatest when I'm trying to actually do stuff quickly on a desktop. It'll be faster if I just download Parsec and do it through that. So that's what we're doing now is we are downloading Parsec, and I will log into Parsec, and then we will connect to my other computer in the same house. Technically, Steam and home streaming would kind of work, but it won't for what I'm trying to do. Welcome to Parsec. Connect. And webcam overlay. So now we are on to the other computer. Oh crap. I didn't close out of... Wait, why is it? Oh, the editor's still trying to run, even though I closed it. Goodbye. Thank you. Mechwarrior editor, Mechwarrior editor. Alright, we're gonna have to put some tunes on. Like editing tunes. And by editing tunes, I of course mean, you know. Oh, God, that was loud. My bad. That scared me more than y'all, probably. Cause this loading. Get it? Ah. Why the hell does... That's dumb. If you click the mini player and then hit back, it just takes you right back to the thing on YouTube. That's weird. Alright, we're doing this again. Just a more powerful computer. Still not on a solid state though. Night and day between two PCs. Is literally twice as many cores. I mean, this is 9 cores. 18 threads. This one's technically 8 cores, but some people argue it's 4-core 8-thread. Because it shares L2 cache or whatever it was on the FX processors. Your frame rate has been under 10 FPS for 90% of the past 30 seconds. It's because it's still loading. Def need a mid-range PC just to do mods. What do you call the 9590? You call that a below mid-range? It does VR. It does all my games. It was doing the mods just fine, just slowly. It just had another 20,000 shaders to compile, which 18 threads can chew through way faster than 8. Look, I might try to get a Ryzen 1600, okay? It's at least 612. Either that or I'll literally just parsec the 18 core every time I get back here and do anything. 9590 shares L2 and L3. 1 mod, 2 CU unit. Yeah, that's kind of what people were saying. It's like, it's basically a 4-core 8-thread. Hey, it was good for me over until May of last year. That's when I replaced it with the 1920X and went to Unraid for everything. Which I adore. Unraid is so easy to use. Okay, it's not so easy. There are some things that was kind of really head ripping. Like, I want to rip out somebody's head, but it's besides the point. Once you get everything working, it's really easy to modify a bunch of stuff. Like, changing this VM from 612, so 6 cores, 12 threads, to 9 cores, 18 threads. It was literally just shut it down, go into the thing. I actually did it from my phone and check different cores that you want and then just restart it. You don't even have to power down the whole computer. Same thing with USB devices. If you figure out how to do USB pass-through, like that's one of the biggest headaches I had was USB pass-throughs. Just because on my motherboard it's got different USB controllers, and you just have to figure out which USB controllers go to what, and then you can just pass it right through. So you can just have plug and play, and basically have anything. Sound cards, because I don't have one in here. I have USB sound cards, USB Wi-Fi, USB sound capture, USB capture cards. Like, you can do whatever you want at that point. So, for me, Unraid was definitely the way to go for that. Mostly because I wanted to consolidate. I had like 3 computers doing what that one computer is doing right now. So that justified the cost for me. And the other reason why I went 1920X instead of like the mainstream platform, was PCI Express lanes. Because I have a SATA card. It has 6 SATA ports on it. I have 2 graphics cards in it, so that's 32 lanes by itself. A USB card, PCI Express card, I mean, a USB capture, or a PCI capture card, a PCI Express capture card, I should say, not a PCI. Should be specific, sorry. What else do I have in there? I think that's it. No, I have three video cards. I have a GT710 for my security PC, so I can always have a display out on it. So I have 3 graphics cards and 2 other PCI Express devices. So I needed all the PCI lanes I could get. That, and like I said, in a previous stream, the 1920X when I got it was like $200. So it was a freaking steal for $12.24 in May of 2019. Because like right after that was when they announced that the Main Street platform was getting 16 cores, and I was like, well, but I don't think the PCI Express lanes are as prevalent. Damn it, I gotta quit dropping this damn ring. It came up with original HUD. Nope, there's HUD. So this one has both. I'm going to change regular HUD because I have a copy of this. And at this point, I don't even care. I just want to see it work. I'm hoping I can do it in the next like 15 minutes, but probably not. Because it's going to be like 5 a.m. Now it's possible to get 64 cores. Yeah, right? It's a steal indeed until TRX4. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, they killed my socket, like, as soon as I got it. But I can get a 2990 if it ever becomes attainable on price. The problem is the 29... Even, like, the 2950 is, like, $700 still. Because that should still... I think it's still TR4 on that one. Even the 1920X is 500 or 1950X. Sorry, that's the 16. That's the 1632, I think. Yeah, that's the 1632. All right, let's do this again. Let's double the box. Delete, move. Mini map box. Oh, this is my jam. Lance comes. Minimap box. Go ahead on down there. Go right ahead on down there, boy. Go on down right in there. Somewhere like right in. I'm not going to get all purty with it, but there you go. Something like that. And then we're going to go right on over to the Lance comms. And then we're going to grab it. And then we're going to move it on down and match it up with that somewhere right in there. Control S on that. And then hit play. Legit means I can have 8 PC VMs with 8 cores and 16 threads, right? Wouldn't that be the dream? Okay, the game's running, apparently. Oh, I see what I did. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Alright, single player. So it pulled my saves in. Let's try the instant action one. Won't be long before we see mainstream 32 core AM4 socket CPUs. True. Lighting needs to be rebuilt. Yeah, look how much faster this is actually loading, though. And I think most of it's hard drive bound. Difficulty. Let's not do that high. Because I'm just trying to jump in there real quick and show something happening. I'd be like, rip Intel. It's already rip Intel. When you can buy a six core 12 thread for $85, yeah, rip Intel. I'm gonna add an AI pilot just for the heck of it. If it'll let me. Oh no. Oh no. Look how fast it's actually compiling the shaders on this one, though. Already completed that set. Do I get a blackjack? That is a lot of machine guns. Oh no, I can't. Those are 45. I need a 40 ton. Assassin, cicada. It's lagging. I'm trying. I don't know what it's doing. It's loading assets, seems. Come on, I just want to see this work. That's it. I will call it a night after I see this frickin' work. And then maybe tomorrow I can try to figure out how to export it, because that would be cool. I need a 40 ton. Cicada. Cicada's going to be it. A UAC 5 on Cicada? Okay. Okay. Oh, I can throw the X5 in. I'm going to throw the X5 in. Please don't crash. Yeah, I got a great idea. Replace Mason voice with Spectre. Dude, I honestly kind of wonder, like, so George Ledoux came back and did, come on, what is his name? Oh my god, how am I freaking blanking out on his name? Duncan Fisher. Did Duncan Fisher's voice. Got him before you did if you're trying to type it in the chat. He came back and did Duncan Fisher for Solaris on Mechwarrior Online. So it'd be really cool to figure out what Spectre's actually doing nowadays. Because George Ledoux's still voice acting. I don't know what Spectre's doing. Or hell, any of the other voice actors. Should look him up. I'm gonna look up Spectre at least. I'm gonna see if I can find out who it was. Mechwarrior 4 Spectre. SBCTRE. Voice actor. Okay, Mechwarrior 4 Spectre voice actor came up with Duncan Fisher immediately. Let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, wait. Oh, it's because I'm using Parsec and not the other thing. That's a pain. Okay, IMDb has an article on him. I can just look it up from there. What did I say it was? That I was searching. Mechwarrior 4. There it is. Duncan Fisher. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It doesn't even have... Okay, well, people also searched for. It doesn't show George Ledoux. There's Goof. You wanted to put a face to Goof? There he is. There's the face of Goof. When was he born? 1980? He's still around, I'm sure. Unless something happened to him. Rip. Last thing he did was 2006. Oh, see, it doesn't show it in here that he was on Mechwarrior 4. Oh, there it is right there, 2002. Yeah, so he got out and did something else, it looks. I don't recognize. I think I recognize this. No, I don't. I definitely don't. I thought I did. I thought I might. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Control-Shift-T. There's George Ledoux. It has some people here, but they don't have who they were. And there's no pictures associated. So there's George Ledoux. He's been around for a while. Best known for Mechwarrior 4 Mercenaries. Yeah, he did like Dying Light. Battletech Mercenaries? Short? Post-production? What is this? Is a film? Ooh. What is this? Okay. Somebody's doing like a short film? All right. Yeah, I'm super interested in this. Where's it going to release on? It's in post-production. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for this. $2,000 budget, so it's going to be super like low budget. Yo, like the best idea for like a movie series about this would like be a Netflix original or even like a Amazon Prime one. Like either of those two studios picked up Mechwarrior and found a way to make a freaking TV show out of it. Oh my god. That'd be so freaking awesome. I can just see them like running with it. Yeah, so he didn't do a whole lot. He did Black Knight. I didn't know he was in Black Knight. But no Spectre voice. I want Spectre voice. Oh my god, there's freaking bloopers.
This is Duncan Fisher about the nothing.
Oh, I've heard
Duncan
a
Fisher
couple of
here,
these.
ready to deliver. Let me have a drink of water. It's game time over in Silesia, Solaris fans. Silesia, love that. It's game day in Sleazeland. Let's go buy some beer. The mech pilots are getting onto the field.
He sounds so young in this compared to now. I mean, it has been like 20 years.
Dynamic. I thought it was going to say dynamic. Dynamite. Dynamite. Let's try it all right this time.
Oh, I've already liked this. So yeah, I've seen this.
Okay. I was talking with a fan yesterday, and he said he gets his headaches just trying to keep who. And he said he gets headaches, and he said he gets headaches just trying to keep who's who.
Interesting. George Ledoux is the damn face of Mechwarrior 4, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let's go to the wiki. Let's see. Look at these scores. Look at this. Yeah, 80, 80, 10. Or that's just a reference number. This is for Mechwarrior 4. Nobody, there's no damn, credit section. She was this chick was a voice actor for Mechwarrior 2. A forum post about bitching Betty. I'm sure I voted yes on this way back in the day. I thought I remember seeing this. The original voice actor for the original bitching Betty, Carol, did come back and do work for her. Yeah, so that's interesting. But no voice for Spectre. So if anybody knows who's voice actor for Spectre, check Sarna. It has an article for Mechwarrior for Vengeance, followed by Black Knight. Give me a followed by Mercenaries. Here's the mech packs. These were really cool. These were really like cool additions. I still have the box art or the cases for both of these. Hell, I still have Mechwarrior 4's one of the CDs for them. I don't know what the other CD is. Yeah, I'm not seeing like a. Yeah, there's not like a characters in Mechwarrior 4. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Spectre. It doesn't tell you anything about their voice actors. What if I click them? Okay. History. Age is a guest on the era of the game. Damn. No, see. Here's what I want. I want
Salute lasted the rebel ever.
I'm thinking the Vengeance intro. I am. Yep. I want this as a whole frickin' movie. Look at the graphics on this. Like, look at this. This is frickin' legit. Like, you know that this had to be... I mean, Black Knight or Vengeance came out in, what, 2000 something? This has to all be CG from 2000. What could we do today with today's movie studios taking this on and doing something? Look at this. That is so frickin' sick. This frickin' Shadow Cat looks so badass. Those graphics, even oh my god, fucking YouTube. Look at these. This is from 2000, and they had the ability to implement this into a mech sequence. So we have like a full-blown joystick. Like, somebody built this. I wish that we had like these type of things. I will let the movie play through to the menu. Oh, every time I played Mechwarrior 4 Vengeance, I would try to watch it. Like, this is from 2000, yo. Like, either somebody built this canopy or somebody... No, this has to be like a full-blown canopy somebody built. Because look at the shadow. Yeah, somebody built that canopy. That is so good. So good.
Sigma lead, this is Sigma 2. Any idea what we're up against?
Well-equipped strike forces. Probably the 5th Donegal.
Even if they got, like, this dude... or like any of the people from this lance, like, even if these people that are actual actors acting in this did the voice acting, holy crap, man!
Why would our own forces attack us?
It was inevitable. Everything has changed.
Like, oh my god, this freaking scene, the actual mech moving scenes were actually kind of sparse. Like when they first start up right here. Like, they do them pretty quick. So, quick. So, they're pretty short animated scenes. A step forward. Step. Transition.
Lance, form up on my lead.
This one was a really good one. When they all first start up and start walking out.
Guard is Sigma Lance leader. We're moving out.
Like, okay, right here. This shot right here. It starts to look a little bit cheesy. But it's from 2000.
We're moving out.
The fact that they were able to make this into a frickin' movie way back when. Yeah. Oh my god, this shot. I keep, like... There's so many little things. This is definitely green screened. Like, green screened. And it looks so good.
LRMs, get clear.
The lights on her face lighting up as the missiles fly by. The attention to detail here, some movie productions don't have this attention to detail.
Incoming LRMs,
Some movie productions don't have that level of detail in them.
get clear. Look out, get out of the hangar!
Like, she's looking over her shoulder to yell back at her teammates because, like, they're behind her. Some freaking movie production... Hell, Star Wars didn't have it in the damn planes. They would just yell at the freaking front of them, even though they were being like, "Yo, we're being shot at."
Get a track of those damn launchers.
I got track!
Take them out.
The sounds of the the SRMs shooting out. Well, the sounds are from SRMs, not LRMs. But like this shot here, just there's so much good stuff about this.
All right. On my mark. We break off and head for the central courtyard.
Incoming!
Activate AMS.
Sir! I got missiles coming in and out right now! Oh my...
Like that explosion with all the particles coming off of it. Like even that one in Mechwarrior 3s. I'll continue to harp on this like for a long time. I mean, we're still loading. I don't know why the hell we're still loading. Still building mesh fields apparently. Oh, come on, man. It's just so... It's like, if a movie production were to pick up Mechwarrior and actually do something with it, it'd be so good. The fact the movie has more effects than the actual games. It's true. Yeah, but I mean, it was from the 2000. the voice actor in this is utterly amazing.
The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battle mechs. Piloting these awesome weapons of war are men and women, the elite of the elite, knowing that each battle could be their last. They are Mechwarriors.
Lieutenant, heavy laser casualties. Medics are needed at position Fox. This is ground command. Can you hold the line? Ground leader. Can, sir.
Like, this was from like 99. Even this, I would watch this. Like, because it was Mechwarrior, if somebody were to just produce something like this, but like a TV series, I'd watch the shit out of it.
They're coming. Oh man.
I mean, yeah, the frame rate's really low. But I mean, for one, they were trying to push it out on computers that were from the whatever age, like 90s.
Man.
But like the smoke, them showing up out of the smoke, all the individual people running, the zoom back. I get it. Mechwarrior 5 was actually trying to do something like kind of like this for that tutorial mission. It was not. It did not live up to the hype. For like, these were so much better.
Problem, Lance Leader. Jaguars are splitting up. I repeat, the mechs have split up.
The mech hiding in the building. This is so good. But please don't let J.J. Abrams be the director. You want lens flare simulator online? Oh boy. Come on. Come on. I just want to see the damn HUD change. I'm sitting here like stalling for time for this damn editor to actually do something. Jesus. There's a TV cartoon of Mechwarrior. Yeah, I think I'd watched a little bit of it. I can't find all the episodes of it though. Oh my god, we are at 90%. Come on. The problem is it's not even rendering anything right now. It's just loading the damn map. Look at that, 43 gig, boys. Now we're talking. Oh, what are you doing? Stop that. We are so close to being able to see this frickin' HUD in the game. Because it says it's simulating, but I just can't see it yet because it's still frickin' loading. YouTube has it. All the episodes? I'll have to look those up. If this works, I'm going to be amazed. Because then all I'm going to do is shove the throttle, jump jets, and heat meter into the same box and try to figure out how to export it as a pack. Emphasis on try. I guess I could be looking that up right now. But I'm gonna worry about that. That'll be tomorrow's goal. I mean, how I've been at this for 3 hours now, just trying to move the damn UI around. 96%. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. We can do it. I just need to see it come up and work. Sarna has links to the episodes. I'll definitely have to watch it then. I don't care how crappy it is. I think last time I looked at it, I was like, what the fuck is this, Captain Planet? Like the graphics. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, we getting there. We getting there. Oh, we're launching. Oh, we're launching. We're launching. Play action. Shit's happening. Shit's about to go down. We're about to see if this is gonna work or if it's just gonna like completely not. Oh my god. Oh, stuff's loading. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I put it too low. I'm pretty sure I put it way too low. I think that's the problem. Alright, we're going to pause this. I'm going to go into here and just move it up. Save. I have to compile it. I'm trying to do this while the game runs. Play. Damn it. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't take so freaking long again. It moved everything. Okay, it's definitely going faster this time now that I have everything compiled. I don't think you can compile while the game runs. Well, it stopped it, so. Also, this changes every time after my computer's name. I just moved it way up, and we'll see. See if that fixes it. Hell, I'll put it in the middle of the screen for all I care. I just want to see it work. Okay. It did. Oh my god. Okay, zooming is going to have to we might lose functionality of zooming. It is working mostly. I just have to position it better. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So something like there-ish, and then this one needs to go up. So it is technically working, but the problem is I'm gonna have to, if I really care, I'm gonna have to change where the like the zoom animation. That's probably like the battle grid thing. Also, I wonder if I can go into zoom level and change the zoom level. That'd be interesting. Better. Or the fact that I got it to actually do anything, you know. Well, they took like 3 hours. It's fine. I could also probably make a new horizontal box and shove it into that and see if it lets me reposition it easier. Because right now, clearly, it's not referencing it properly. Better. That is much more natural. And it needs to be increased in size a little bit. But that's the problem, is putting it, like zooming it in, is it's trying to come down because it thinks it's in the top right. Okay, so up a bit more. And then left a little bit more. And I don't know if that's actually changing the size of it. Oh, I think it definitely is. Uh-oh. Oops. Something like that. Slot behavior, accessibility, render transform, pivot. No. Render transform? No. Let's okay, let's do this. Let's do any map. Okay, this is the mini map itself. Wow, there's a lot of things going on here. Just in the mini map. There's a field of view. Oh, that's got to be the... There's a frame. The mech direction. Just icon. That's the frame. I said that already, I know. The grid itself. The battle grid itself. Okay, well, now I know how to turn that off. That's the battle grid widget. Image 209. I don't know what that is. Okay, so battle grid canvas is the entire battle grid. So I can hide that. Retainer box, canvas panel, canvas panel. I was trying to see where this circle is. And I'm sure that that's like a texture. And not something I can just change to be a square. Which is what I was kind of hoping for. So there's frame. Frame is it. So I'd have to change the frame to be a square instead of a circle. Okay, so here's this. Appearance. Okay, okay. I'm sure you'd have to make like a texture for square. This is the part that I mean by I'm not going to probably get into it a whole lot. There's image size, tint, drawing as, color. Okay. So that's the individual pieces of the mini map. I just don't know why it's the position on here is not relative to where it's at in the game. I don't know why. Something like that. And then did I move this up any? I moved it a little bit. Something like that. Now I know why they didn't. Now I know why they changed everything. They got tired of having to load it every time they made a single change. And they probably put it in the top left because it was easier for them. Because they didn't want to have to remake everything to be in the middle. But that doesn't make any sense because they clearly had it working. Like if I would have searched HUD and found like a 2016 whatever or a 2017 version with the green and all that other stuff, I'd have been so pissed. I'd have been more pissed than I am because I'd have been like, you fucking had it turned off. Yeah. Move Rihanna to the very top up under the compass. Yeah, this is cool. Nah, this is legit. Just you can't hit B. Yeah, no, it's legitimately the entire freaking game in the editor. Also, wow, this boarhead does move really fast. And you know what? I just realized if you look where the little arrow is, that's a little indicator for north. I never noticed it. I beat the entire campaign and never knew that little white indicator there was for north. Never, no clue at all. Because I could never tell because I never looked up in the top corner. This looks so much better. Even the way it is, even cropped out. This looks so much better. Also, I know this sucks. I'm going to try to at least see an enemy on the map. Oh, what the hell? I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, I can't hit Z. That's a custom thing I changed. I was trying to hit Z to zoom. I want to see enemies pop up on the radar and see if it's easier to see. There's a couple. Oh, yeah, dude. This would have been a game changer for sure. Oh, he's really far, actually. It's so hard to play with this lag. Yeah, no, this is much more natural for me. Just to look down and see it. Because I like looking up in the top corner absolutely sucks. Alright, well, the fact is, it works. I need to move it up and then a little bit more left. And let's go ahead and throw in throttle, jump jets, and heat. And we want speed on the left. Boom. And then jump jets on the right of heat. Or is it heat on the left? Heat on the left. And then throttle on the right. And then jump jets. Right. Compile. Done. It worked. Play. Single. Instant. Let's go. Let's go. I need to pour another drink for this. I wish I knew why I have to put it this far up. I don't understand that part. Also, I wish I could hide the background of the minimap. I don't know why it's doing that. I love that it says hello in the top left corner. Hello. Dude, yes. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. I don't even care if... okay, I don't know why the spacing's so far off. So I might have to figure that part out. But look at that. Look how much better that looks. Look how much better that looks, dude. Like, come on. Even if it's not right. Like, dude, look how much better that is. That's so much better. Now, I can't use the... okay, so yes. To answer your question on if you zoom in the map, would the stuff zoom in with it? Yes, it will zoom in with it. So... I'm going to have to... you know what? I don't even care. I don't use that view enough anyway. I just want this. Now I've got to figure out how to export this as a damn pack and be able to actually use it in a game. Holy shit. That looks so much better. I need to adjust the spacing on it. I don't know how the hell to do that at all. And move Rihanna's speech to up under the target health. Because I don't want it to be above the, I don't want it to be on top of the radar. Oh, that is so freaking sick, dude. I wish it wasn't so laggy. But it is playing, like, inside the editor. Also, I don't know what those green dots are. No idea what's going on with those. Well, I know what the green dots are on the map. Those are my friendly mates. My friend mates. My teammates. Oh, pixels. Pixels from debris. Oh, he's too far. I can't see anything because of the lag. Yeah, this is so much more natural for me to look down and see the map right there. Okay, so we need to go back to the HUD, find Rihanna. Alright, let's hide the minimap. I need to find this. So I'm going to just scroll through. Compass, indicator, I don't know what that is. Indicator? No idea, don't care. Damage indicator. Okay, I guess it's just gotta have a place to put it. Comms panel widget. Why is that not its own thing? Alright, whatever, I'm not gonna argue. We're just gonna plop it right in there. Yes. Lock, reviz. Don't lock this. Move it. No. I want this whole box. It needs to come up a little bit more. And then if I zoom in here, throttle. Yeah, throttle. Can I move it? I can get rid of it. But I can't, like, adjust it. Padding. Margin values. Left. Oh, damn it. There we go. There we go. Alright. yeah, we'll do that. And then jump jets. I didn't see the jump jets compared to it. We'll try that. Save. Compile. Title screen. Play. Yes, now we're frickin' talking. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. After I get this working, I will potentially make a new box. And then potentially try to change the animation from zooming down to zoom up. Up and right. Because I don't want it to come straight up. Well, coming straight up wouldn't be that different from Mechwarrior Online. Because Mechwarrior Online comes basically full screen. So technically that wouldn't be super terrible. But if I had a choice, I would rather it zoom up and to the right. Single player, instant. This makes me so freaking excited. The fact that this is working at all. This has been a long journey. I mean, it's been, I did what, like 3 hours last night, another 3 hours today to get it to freaking work. Half of it was fighting the editor because I don't know how to mod anything or do anything with Unreal Engine. This is freaking awesome. Well, yeah. Well, okay. I gotta come down just a little bit, and I think I padded it a little bit much. Also, I don't know why the graph sizes are different. I don't think I changed those because they were the same before I moved them. Yeah, the right one's padded a little bit too much. I don't have jump jets. That's why I don't see them. Duh. Okay, so let's go back to here. Throttle. Let's take the pad down to like 35. I don't want to change it a dramatic amount. And it's a little, I think it was just a little high. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. So minimap box, just down ever so slightly, like right in there. I don't know why it's rendering, like why this is showing it up here, but then down here it's not. What if I change the size of the monitor? Yeah, it just scales the whole thing. It doesn't help any. Oh, that is so freaking sick. Alright, what about this? Is there a size auto? Okay. Fill? Greedily attempts to fill all available room based on percentage value. What's the throttle set to? Auto. Auto. It looks like they have the same amount of space. I don't know, that's weird. That's weird. These were set to the same things, essentially. What's the minus 20 on padding? Bottom? On the throttle? I thought I had left pad. I thought I had left pad at 35. I'm confused. What's going on here? Zero. Oh, okay. Hold up. Don't let me move a whole bunch of stuff. Down here on appearance is where I put 35. Up here it's 0. And it's set to fill now, but I had it on auto. Oh, what? Okay. What about the mini-map? I'm gonna set that one to auto. I'm not gonna mess with that one. Okay. Here's the color. Yep, so here's color if I really wanted to try to mess with it. I'm gonna leave it white right now. I want to get this looking straight first. Then I'll mess with that potentially. Okay, so this one's saying there's bottom pad. This one's saying there's no bottom pad. We'll try to save that, compile it, and run it, and see what it does. Oh, this is really cool. Now that I've got it kind of figured out. Also, I wonder what's being the bottleneck when it's actually running. Probably just the fact that it's in the editor. To fix the issue of everything zooming, I will just have to make another box and basically overlay them, which isn't a big deal. So I already know in my head how to fix it, but that's a bit away. Okay, that's too much pad on the right. The sizes are... the heat is definitely less... Yeah, the heat's definitely less size than the right one. I don't know why it's smaller. This one's smaller physically than this one. Appearance... slot. You probably have to go into the individual thing and set the sizes, I think. I could transform it, I can scale it. That's probably what I'm going to do. So X, Y is taller. Oh, that's a bit much. We'll try 1.05 scale. I'm just going to scale it this way a little bit. I don't think width-wise it really... Well, I'll do 1.05 each way. Because this is definitely smaller than this one. Boggles my mind, we need to mod the HUD ourselves to get it perfect. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I've never done this a day before in my life, and I'm sitting here meticulously trying to edit their boxes to make it where I want it. I just don't understand how it's not right to begin with. I mean, granted, most games you don't have to worry about it. Most games you just deal with it and suck it up. But it's Mechwarrior. Come on, I want this to be exactly the way I want my mech to be laid out. And I want it to look just like the other games. I give zero cares whatsoever. I just don't know the best ways. I don't know the best ways to go about making the changes that I want to be made. So it's going to be a steep learning curve for me to figure out exactly how to make everything look a certain way. And that's why I'm not super worried about color at all. Color is like the least of my worries. Position is the number one thing I care about. Look at there. That 1.05 scale looks about right to me. I got too much pad on the right side still, but that's easy enough to change. And then I gotta fix that. I gotta change this. Wanting to do a weird zoom. So I need to take even more pad off the right side. And then I gotta do a mech with jump jets to figure out what's up with them. So the throttle has padding on the left. Let's go to like 10. Compile, title, play. Single, instant. I need a mech with jump jets. What's the highest mech in the alphabet that has jump jets? Because I need to see what those look like too. I don't want, no, what? That's what I wanted. Assassins have jump jets, I believe. Jump jets. Back. Ready. Additional dynamic spawn points. We wouldn't need dynamic spawn points if their campaign missions were great. Sorry. Oh boy. Highlander. Well, Assassin. Assassin has them. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's actually pretty good. I think it's a little bit too spaced out still, so I might go down to like 5 on the padding on the right side. But look at that. Heat on the left. Get us some heat going. The inside minimum range is still high enough that it's not going to... Yeah, it's still high enough. It's above the radar at that size. The jump jet spacings, it's close, but it's close enough that, I mean, it's not supposed to be super spaced out because it has to do with your speed. So I like them both being on that side. Oh, that is so nice. That's so nice. I wish I could figure out how to make it square easily. That's going to be a probably really big challenge, is getting it to be square though. But that's much better. I might need to move the... Oh god, it broke the shit out of her voice location. Alright, so let's go back in here, find her. Comms panel widget, unlock. Bring that on back down, somewhere about there probably. Lock it back. What did I say I was going to do? I was going to change this padding a little bit more. I'll go down to 5. Save. Compile. Play. Single player instant action. Yeah, see, once you have all the shaders compiled, it's actually pretty fast on loading the game. So, that's a good thing. Oh, I meant to take the assassin.
Ask for our protection. Let's get there and support the remaining units.
The heat, I don't think it's directly aligned, but I don't know that there's gonna be a whole lot I can do about it because I just don't know. I don't know the best way to go about changing all the stuff. That's good enough for me. The right side's still too far out, and I'm never gonna get it perfect, but I don't care about perfection. It's just enough off. Also, I'm gonna have to look at. That's about centered. I think it needs to shift right just a little bit. I'm going by the. If I took a ruler to the crosshair and the tip of the mech in the mini map, I think it needs to go to the right just a little bit more. And then I might as well just get rid of the padding on the speed, I think. So let's go in here and we'll just kill the padding. And I think the whole thing, what did I say? It needed to go right a little bit. Something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Something like that. And then I said this needs to probably go up and left a little bit more. Even though it looks like it's in the compass, it's not, because for whatever reason this isn't what it looks like in the game. Oh, well, then I need to find out where Rihanna's voice is playing at and see if it's in the right place. The hell just happened? Oh, it pulled it in a new window. Okay. I meant to grab an assassin again. Oops. What the fuck?
Our employer wants their factory protected from incoming hostiles.
Why did it do that?
Meet up with the site director and prepare for a fight.
Wait, that time it actually put it where it was. I'm hella confused. What did I change up here? I don't know what I changed. Oh, whatever the hell that was, I'm gonna change that back. Alright, the good news is, if I had to completely redo this, I know how to do it now. The bad news is, I hope I don't have to do it. Oh. Alright, it's taking longer to load this time. I don't know why. Oh, it's using the crap out of the GPU. I don't know why it's using the crap out of the GPU this time, compared to last times. I have no idea why it put it way off screen this time. So did Rihanna. What the hell? Oh. Alright, after this is going to be the last one I'm trying tonight. It is friggin' 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'll try to figure out how to export this later and make some final adjustments. I'll put a version 1.0 out there for everybody to download. I'll try to figure out how to do that, and I'm going to be putting it on probably Nexus mods, and I'm going to probably call it V.5. And I'll leave either somebody else can change it from there because somebody else might know, like right off the bat, how to fix it the rest of the way. But I'm gonna try to align everything, get it working, get it exported as a pack file, and I'll upload it as soon as I frickin' can. Don't have a timeline on it. Sorry, I'm super new at this. And yeah. All right, it needs to go up and right a little bit more. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are looking forward to having a different UI for Mechwarrior 5, and if y'all have the same issues I have with the UI, where they moved everything enough that it makes it really annoying to look at. If you're even playing Mechwarrior 5. If not, then we welcome you to the observation of the closed beta test of Mechwarrior 5. Oh boy. That's never gonna get old. Like this whole year, it's gonna be just hilarious. They got like 11 months left to fix all the issues before everybody else gets to play it. Needs to go up and right a little bit. See, now it's back to loading really fast now. I don't know why that one time it just didn't want to load quickly. Yeah, something like right in there. I think that's great. I don't even care if it goes below the screen level. That's fine with me. Something like that. Alright, so that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching if you watched. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Yeah. I look forward to working on this a little bit more, and hopefully we get it all ironed out. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Peace.